Hello, everybody. This is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser. This weather update is brought to you by Fit Revolution, Refuel Nutrition, as well as Mission Nutrition, and our construction partners at Prairie Pro General Contractors, prairieprosd.com. Check them out today. Refuel Nutrition, Mission Nutrition, and Fit Revolution, they are all located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Check them out today. Meet with a coach today and get on the right track to health and wellness. A little bit about me. I went from 252 pounds down to 165 pounds. I've been able to maintain that pretty substantially over the course of a number of years. And with their great coaches and the great products that they have, they are able to keep me fueled for whatever the weather may bring. Speaking of weather, let's go ahead and get to it. Francine is stirring up in the Gulf. Let's go ahead and take a look at a projection. This is HWRF parent. So this is one of the numerical model predictions, what we're expecting. I do have that up in my side over here. I can't point to it, but do show the Tropical Storm Francine latest projections. That is showing, that was as of 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the track of where it's expected. But let's go ahead and kind of put this through here. And what I'm mainly concerned about at this point is that we possibly, if I zoom in this, it's a little bit hard to see, but 963 millibars. Anything lower than that, 962. So it's teeter-tottering depending on which model you look at. A Category 2, and it could possibly strengthen. Some models are projecting that this may end up going a little bit further east, and if that does and stays out in the Gulf, it's going to be able to just really gain more energy and quite possibly be that more of a strong Category 2. We'll have to see how this plays out, but landfall, once again, is expected Wednesday. We are expecting that on Wednesday at this point. Let's go ahead and bring up our radar Omega, but before we do, we want to give Sioux Falls their 7-day forecast and what we're predicting for some severe weather tomorrow in the Gulf, of course. So Sioux Falls, South Dakota, this was recently updated here. So 82, gonna approach close to 90 on Wednesday as that heat comes through, and then we're gonna get a front that passes through on Thursday and bring breezy gusts up to 30 miles an hour west of the James River Valley. That could end up exceeding 40 to 50 miles an hour. So hold on to your hats and make sure that you have your plants, if you still got them out. Make sure you have those items that are loose secure. And we're going to end up getting a little bit warmer in the evenings, still in the low 60s. Not too bad overall for the next week into next work week. So that is the latest information with regards to that. And we do, as you can see up above me, we have a marginal risk out west in Rapid City area as well as areas of Montana for severe weather on the 11th. So that would be tomorrow. And then, of course, we do have the Gulf ramping up the severe weather risks down in Louisiana and Mississippi, the slight risks. There is a 5% risk of some tornadoes in that area, of course, as you get onto the east side of hurricane, or right now, Tropical Storm Francine. Has yet to be officially named Hurricane Francine, but they do expect that it will have a number of tornadoes on the east side of that Tropical Storm Francine. Let's go ahead and go to our radar Omega quick, and let's see what we have there as far as a track goes. And as you can see right here, it does have that 2, Category 2 expected on 9/11 around 1 p.m. That would be, of course, Central Daylight Time. 100 miles per hour, 120 max. It's going to be pretty significant. Even out here later today, there we go, this afternoon, expecting it to already be a Category 1. Let's go ahead and put a spin on this with the HWRF resolution. Let's slow it down a little bit so that we can make sure that we see all the timing of that. And of course the timing is right up, if I can get into the right direction. So above me there you can see valid time. Alright, so go ahead and bring this back here. You can definitely see a well-defined line, or a eye, right in this area here. And that's the biggest concern, is that's going to be pretty significant there. And that's why they've got that projection of a 2. Again, I truly believe that we're going to have a low Category 3. Whether it's a 2, whether it's a 3, whether it's even a 1. Either way, there's going to be several impacts to these areas. We have hurricane warnings already issued in areas southeast Louisiana. We do have tropical storm warnings to the west of that, as we do expect landfall to hit more on the southeast side over by Baton Rouge, New Orleans area, and even into the Gulf area. The storm surge is going to be 6 to 10 feet. Let's go ahead and take a look at the details that they have here. Peak wind forecast 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts 55 miles per hour. Potential for wind 58 to 73. And then the storm surge, potential for 7 to 10 feet above ground, somewhere within surge-prone areas. Window of concern through Friday morning. So that's the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. And then let's not forget about our folks over in Corpus Christi, southeastern part of Texas. We have tropical storm watches there. And obviously, if we bring this particular weather model back a little ways, you'll be able to see why, because certainly have some of those waves and the tropical storm remnants here pushing into Texas early on today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cone projection here. Let's put that on. Let's give hurricane force winds. Where are those expected? Hurricane force winds are expected out here. That'll be where it's Francine. And in this whole swath area, this is where we're going to have the hurricane force winds, all of that. If we zoom in, they're going to be all the way up into New Iberia. Lafayette could see hurricane force winds there, hence the reason they do have the hurricane warning. All right, now we do have another area that we want to make sure that we mention is the tropical storm wind probabilities. Tropical storm force winds, that's why they have the tropical storm watch, is because the winds from that tropical storm Francine can be all the way out here. We're gonna have tropical storm winds, a large swath as it continues to grow. Let's go ahead and take those off. Probability of 50 knots. Going to be significant in areas that are the Marsh Island Wildlife Range area. That's going to be taking a direct impact. And let's go ahead and turn on the hurricane hunters here to see where they're at this morning. Shut these tracks off here. And get the hurricane hunter information on there. Bear with me one moment. All right, we're going to take a look at latest information 8 minutes ago. All right, so they're certainly flying around in there trying to make sure. So recon data, let's go ahead and take a look at that. (1,037 millibars pressure). Let's go ahead and close out of that. So still, it has lost a little bit of steam this morning, but again, as it takes that easterly track, we are expecting it to re-intensify over this morning and into this afternoon. Hence the reason they do have the projection of the hurricane category 1 expected, and then eventually a category 2. As you can see, that eye is just going to continue to grow. Let's go ahead and take a peek at our local weather here. As of 4 a.m., here's where our troughs are. We got a shortwave trough right here. We have low pressure, cooler air going to be dipping down into, or I shouldn't say cooler, but drier air rather, going to be dipping down into Montana and into western parts of South Dakota for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at current weather. Get the right radar information here. There we go. Current temperatures, we do have a few showers popping up here. Not real big, but that's because we do have that little trough coming through. And 67 for the highs, or 67 currently, I should say, and 55 for dew points in Sioux Falls area. We do have a few spotty showers west of Huron. Those will continue to trek off to the east. And even down to the southwest of Sioux Falls, we have a few spotty showers trying to pop up, but really don't expect much of anything for that. Let's go ahead and put a track on this with the latest convective allowing data. Do need to go to 11Z for this update, and I want to take a look at see what the rest of the day is going to bring for South Dakota. Dry conditions. These will all move off into Iowa and over into eastern part of Minnesota and eventually die out, as you can see there. If we take a look at the latest information from the NAM 3K, that was updated at 2 a.m. That'll give us a little bit farther out here so that we can see how tomorrow looks for western part of South Dakota. As you can see, once we get into the afternoon hours on the 11th, those showers certainly get a little bit more numerous. Around dinner time, this is all Central Daylight Time, so folks that are followers that are watching the areas of from the western part of South Dakota, you can certainly see that. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with regards to this file here. We're having some issues here for some reason. There we go. All right, so it's showing that we're going to have those storms pushing off, like I said, in the evening hours. Don't expect anything, maybe some marginally severe hail in some of those areas around 6 p.m. as we have more of those intense storms here northeast of Box Elder along 34, east of Sturgis area, and south of 212, eventually hitting over into the area just west of Faith and Dupree. But again, not anything huge. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek now at our 6 to 10 day outlook and see what that looks like as far as temperatures go. We will have to shut this model off here. again, continued to see above normal temperatures. 80% shot of above normal. What is normal? Well, 70s typically are normal around this time of year. So we do see plenty of that coming through. Let's go ahead, and we're all over the place, folks, but I do want to make sure that I get all of this covered. Let me bring back what I can here. Bear with me one moment. All right, so I want to go back to this and show you back on the hurricanes, because we definitely need to show you another model here so that you can see that. All right, so let me push this back a little ways here. $990 millibars, 971. This one has it putting it at 977. Let me get to the right one here. Let's go parent. As you can see, it's certainly showing like 970 millibars. Probably the lowest is 972 as it approaches Louisiana. And the reason why that's significant is it helps us have an idea of a measurement of the intensity. Let me go back to this one here. They all are showing about 970, 971. So that would put it at a high 1, a low 2. Let me take a look here. Oops. And let's take a look at our satellite loop real quick here. Look at how this is looking right now. This is live information supporting where that is churning and all that. So you can definitely tell right here it's starting to get its eye defined as it goes into that circular motion. Oh, we got a few rumbles of thunder in our studio here, or outside our studio. But we're going to continue to see this right here. It's hard to see this information, so let me see if I can put a drawer on this. See if it's going to let me bring that up. No, it's not going to. That's okay. Well, anyways, what's happening is we're expecting to see this continue to intensify. And as you can see right there, starting to twirl around and get its act together. And that's where that eye is going to definitely develop. So that's the latest information that we have from the studio. Again, one last look at that 7-day forecast for Sioux Falls area. And our proud sponsors, Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution Nutrition, and Refuel, all located in Sioux Falls. Certainly check them out today. And again, tomorrow, marginal risk for out west into western South Dakota, areas of Montana. Could see marginal hail. Nothing huge, but the big focus is going to be in the area of Louisiana and Mississippi, where significant impacts from Tropical Storm Francine eventually will be officially named Hurricane Francine, as we expect that to continue to grow over the day today. All right, that is the latest information that we have. God bless you all. Stay safe. And this is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser. We'll catch you on the next episode.